Stay ready, gang. I present to you the 39th President of the United States of America, Jimmy Carter. Recently, Jimmy has been in the news a lot because he wants us to believe that he experienced what we would call a slip and fall while he was building a house. He has a black eye, a bruised forehead, and a chipped tooth from this said slip fall and had to get surgery. But one thing I noticed is ever since he's experienced this slip fall from building this house, he's been rocking this red bandana around his neck. And me personally, I look at this and I say, Jimmy might have actually been jumped into a gang. Jumped into a gang at this age? Sounds unheard of, maybe. But riddle me this. Black eye, bruised forehead, chipped tooth. What gang would he may have been jumped into? I believe Jimmy is now a member of the street gang, the Bloods. Now you might laugh at that and say, why would he join the Bloods? But one thing you gotta remember is this. Jimmy was president during the 1970s. According to Google, our ex-clean cut Mr. President was the president during the 1970s, and that is when the street gang, the Bloods, was established during the 1970s. So it's not like he's unfamiliar with the street gang. Now, why would he turn to the streets? Well, let's see. His sister's dead, his brother's dead, his mom is dead, his dad is dead. The same reason anybody else will turn to the streets, because they don't have any family and they're looking for that love and that connection. And obviously America did not give it to him the way that he would like to be received. So what does he do? He looks left, he looks right, and he goes back to the only thing that he knows. The thing that he was surrounded by the most when he was a president in office. And that is the street gang, the Bloods. Now, that's again, sounds unheard of or absurd, but I tell you this, check out some of Jimmy's more recent photographs. And if you notice, he never is without his gang scarf anymore. And going forward, he always throws up the number 5. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Well, according to Google again, the number 5 is definitely a sign that the Bloods would use, right? The most commonly used blood symbols include the number 5, the 5-point star, and 5-pointed crown. And Jimmy is no stranger to throwing up that 5. Google a couple pictures. You'll find out what I found out. A couple other things that came up that were surprising to me. When's the last time you seen a president rock a flat bill cap? Yeah, and here I think he's warned everybody at one time is in the building, but we'll talk on that later. Right here, you see a picture of him and his wife, who has obviously chosen to roll with the ops, the opposition, the opponents, the Crips. She got the Crip rag around her neck, which also probably made Jimmy feel a little lonely, so he joined the Bloods. Oh, but don't be surprised, Jimmy's not the only president to start gang banging. As we see here, our current president throwing up blood signs also. Jimmy Carter, you sly gang banging son of a bitch with your slip and fall news, you slickster. But you know what? You can't pull the wool over my eyes. And yes, I still wish you a speedy recovery. But I must say, and I must repeat, you are not my president, Jimmy Carter. Stay ready, gang. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. You believe it? I do.